Hi guys, so in this tutorial I want to show you how this lovely Danshiki is sewn. I've made a video on the first drafting stage, and I have also made a video on the first part of the gumming. So this will be the full tutorial on the stitching. So if this sounds like what you want to learn, kindly watch the very end, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So this is how the Danshiki is. This is just a back facing for decorative effects, right? And this is what I have. So let's get down to the main sewing proper. All right, so now in the sewing aspect of this video, we want to start by showing you that I have sewn, or I have attached the embroidered parts to the outfit by sewing, right? You see how it was attached. I used white thread underneath and then black on top, so that I threaded all this area, and this is what I have. So everything here has been sewn. So both this one, as you can see, the thread is sewn, and then the neck region as well has also been sewn, same pattern. So now we prepared what they call an inner flap, which I will show you. So this inner flap will be attached at the inside of this outfit, just this way, to be attached inside, right? To attach this way. So the best thing you are going to do here is to use black thread to sew it, so that it will not reveal. So you use black thread to sew it, but this can be done after you have finished sewing the outfit, but it's better off to be done now. So let's do it now. So now you place it inside, just this way. So make sure it's properly positioned. Then you start the sewing part. So make sure this inner flap is what we house the pressing button. So make sure it's lapping properly, and where you're going to sew from will be able to hold it down. So because of how thick this embroidery is, so it might give it some difficulties in sewing, but just gently do this. So it's a whole lot easier to do now than after sewing the outfit, where the clothes will be bulky. But right here you can control whatever you want to control. So you stitch it this way. It's called inner flap or underneath flap. So make sure you don't cover the 6 inches point where it will open from. So you can just end it here, right? So that's for the inner flap. So we are now going to go ahead with the regular sewing. As you can see, you can now cut out the excesses. Then now we can now go ahead with the other part of sewing. So now the first thing you are going to join will be the facing, the back facing, right? So remember, the back facing is, the reason for the back facing is just to turn the neck and also to serve as a decorative stitch. So I have hemmed it already, which you must have watched the hemming tutorial, or how I hemmed the facing, right? So you stitch it from here. You are using it to turn the neck, only the neck. So sew it from here, making sure you straighten it to lap perfectly where it should. So here you go all through this way. So here you go all through this way. You go all through this way. Then give notches on the sewn points. Now these notches you're giving is going to help relax this outfit, the neck region. Give notches as many as possible. Then you turn it over to the right side of the back panel. So you can go ahead and iron it out before you start sewing. So one of the reasons why your clothes should be neat or will be neat is when you sew and iron. So now I've ironed the neckline. You just seal the shoulder region here. So sewing the shoulder region, you now decide on the nature of finishing you want to have. So I want to leave like 3/4 inch space at the back. So this will help to add more beauty to the outfit. Because we cannot use this now to seal the neck because of its half facing. So we cannot use it to seal the neck. So that's why we are trying to, sew it down this way. So we can't seal the neck with this. That's why we are trying to sew it down this way. So this is it. So this is where we have your back facing being attached. This is just decorative, and another reason for this is because of the neck sealing, so that we can seal the neck of the back panel. Remember that the back panel does not have piping or whatsoever. And secondly, I don't want to make it inner facing. I don't want the back to be so plain. I want the back to have some detailing, which is what I am trying to do right here. So you can decide to do otherwise. If you have a better way of doing this, go ahead and do it. But I'm just trying to show you how you can do this in a very simple manner as well. So here you arrange every nooks and cranny very well. You arrange it properly. Then after which you go and iron. Remember, one of the tricks of great designers is they sew while they iron, not the iron after sewing. They sew while they do what? They iron. That's one of the tricks of great designers globally. So let me go and iron it. I'll come back and show you the continuation. All right, so I have ironed the back. Now, because of the nature of our outfit, we are going to join this like the regular layman way of joining Danshiki, right? So what do I mean? You join in the sense that the right sides will face each other, just like this. Then hold the neckline from here, and then you join directly. So this, I think some tailors somewhere in Abuja, I've seen some of them online. Those malam, this is how they join the senators. And funny enough, they sew good clothes too. They sew very nice clothes, but their joining is not modern. But then the finishing is good. So I will not say it's not good, but it's not modern, right? So that's all I will say. So join 1/2 inch all along. So you make sure you hold the panels to be evenly positioned. So you go all the way this way. You go all the way this way. Then you cut your threads. So this is what we have. Cut your threads. So you see, now this lace will be open pressed. You get. I will compress it very well so that I make sure it laps properly. I will compress very well. Make sure it laps properly, just like this. Then do the same thing on the other side. So I will do that and show you the next thing to do. So here I have sewn the both. Make sure that the both necks are lapping properly. Look at it. Then I will go and open press, and then you are going to weave this individually. Weave the both ends individually, not together. Weave it individually. So here I have ironed, I have open pressed, and I ironed the shoulder. So this is what I have. Right now, the next you're going to do now is to go and weave the joinings. Weave it one by one individually. After this weaving both ends, then weave the round sleeve edge, this edge, weave it all through to this point. Now we're going to do that. I will come back to show you the result. Or better still, after you have weaved it, you now fold this part by 2 inches. The 2 inches you used in your drafting. Now this area, you can trim it out, you know, to give you a perfect line. Then fold 2 inches. Then first of all, stitch it down to the very end here. Do it on both sides, and after which you have it in this form. And then you can now measure from here 11 and then or 10. Then lock at the side, both sides. I will still show you. Right, so now I have I use hemming gum to hem it down so that it will lap perfectly. Then I just stretch all out, from the beginning. Thread all out. So this threading you are doing here is important as well. Give me my scissors. So thread all out. Thank you. Thread all out. So you sew it to the very end. Then do the same thing on the other sleeve or the other round sleeve as well. So now I have sewn this particular spot. Now the next you will see is to lock the inside. So you're going to lock now in accordance to the customer's measurements. So you measure from the round sleeve here. So I'm using let's use 9.5, so it doesn't get too wide for my client. Or let's use 10. So let's use 10 so it doesn't get too wide for my clients. 10 inches. So you know, start from there. So you're going to just use 1 inch to lock the sides. You're not meant to apply any chest or anything whatsoever. So you now decide if you want to have a slit at the side, but usually the slits might not be needed, right? The slits might not be what needed. But if you want to put slits, you now measure and put your slits. So once you have gotten to this stage, do the same thing on the other side as well. So remember that we use 10. Any measurement you used, make sure you maintain it so that the both sleeves or the both armhole will be equal. So here you hold it this way. You mark 10 inches. Mark at 10 inches from here to here. You mark at 10 inches. You mark at 10 inches. So you start from there and lock it as well. So you just arrange it, then lock it all through. So after the locking, you're gonna do your weaving and do your hemming. That's all we drew. So you hold it firmly, lock to the very end. Lock to the very end. Cut off your threads. So this is what we have, and then after this you bring it out to this very point. So let me show you what we have. So this is what we have right here. So here we now fold the hem. Now I like to double fold the hem, so just double fold it. So make sure you have your outfit properly tailored. So you double fold the hem. I just use 2 inches fold. Then sew it all right round. You're going to sew this all right round. So as you're sewing, you're adjusting your machine. Please note, very important, as you're sewing, you are adjusting your machine. So sew it all right round. So all right round. As you're sewing, you are adjusting the machine. So gently you arrange. Gently you arrange. So gently you do what? You arrange. So this is the hem. So the next is to iron the outfit. So let me go and show you as well how to iron. So here you iron. I will still weave it, but I'm in haste to finish the tutorial. So I will still weave it. So you make sure you iron it nicely where the edges will be properly taken care of. You iron. So if you decide to put side pockets, you can go ahead and fix your side pockets. That if you want to put side pockets. So this video must have taught you a lot. I've shown you one of the easiest ways you can use and sew your moderate Danshiki outfits. So if you derive value from what you just saw, don't forget to like this video, give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.